Hello and a warm welcome to the program. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Coming up today, debate intensifies on the raising of minimum wage amid economic hardship and rise in cost of living. Niger Delta Development Commission inspects project in Akwa Ibom State. And Delta State government launches tertiary institution social health program. The hardship being experienced due to the high cost of living is becoming unbearable in most parts of the country. In River State, our crew sampled some commodity prices in the market and discovered that prices of essential items have tripled. Our correspondent, Deborah Agbalama, has this report.
The high cost of living has sparked off protests and debates across the country, with Nigerians calling on the federal government to do something fast about the upward trajectory of the prices of goods and services as well as food items. One of the many suggestions is one made by labor unions for an increase in minimum wage to increase the purchasing power of workers. While an increase in salaries of workers in itself may not be out of place, going by the current economic situation, the federal government has deemed the 1 million naira being proposed by the Nigerian Labour Congress as unrealistic, setting off even more debate on the feasibility of such a significant wage hike. In the meantime, low-income earners struggle to afford basic necessities, with the cost of food rising astronomically in the past year and no signs of abating as 2024 drags on to complete only its second month. We visit Creek Road Market within the Port Harcourt metropolis to experience the challenges faced by residents.
So what did you get from your calculation?
Okay, from the calculation, all this one excluded, only these few items on top, 30,050 naira.
30,050 naira?
Yes.
Which is 50 naira above the minimum wage. Here we're talking about a paint bucket of beans, a paint bucket of rice, just about 3 sachets of groundnut oil, and then tin tomatoes, 2 packs of spaghetti, and just these few items, and then some tin tomatoes. And you have 30,050 naira.
Yes.
Already 50 naira above the present minimum wage.
Some traders highlight the significant price increases compared to the previous years.
If you have to buy all these things, only this one costs 35,000, and it's a half bag of rice. All this one summed together, they are 38,000 naira. So if you should calculate 73,000 in total, all these things come out 73,000 naira.
So if somebody wants to shop for his family with 30,000 naira,
yeah,
they will not be able to afford these whole things that are here.
They cannot afford this thing. They can afford the only thing that can last for 7 days.
Broken carton is 74,000 naira. We used to buy it 30,000, 28,000. What about the high switch? There is no way to buy it again. We used to buy it 14,000. Now it's 45,000. Now they are telling us again it's 52,000 naira. How are we going to sell it?
Many state governments are weary of these suggestions, oftentimes saying they cannot afford to pay. Civil servants at the River State Secretariat believe a gradual increase will solve some of these issues.
The ideal minimum wage should be 200,000 naira, looking at the economic hardship that is ravaging Nigerians. So 30,000 naira can no longer work.
It's not about the money size or the bigger we mention it. It's all about the economy. The government should go back to farming, encourage farmers and let the farmers have more products in the market. Even though we have 15,000 as a minimum, you can survive.
Chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress in River State, Alex Agwonwo, is adamant about the demand for 1 million naira minimum wage, citing the government's failure to honor previous agreements with Labour.
The rate, the price of goods is soaring that Labour may have no choice than to propose 1 million for minimum wage. We have no choice than to propose 1 million. And it's very obvious, because if the price of goods, price of food continue to increase, then what will be the determining factor of a minimum wage?
As the debate over minimum wage continues, the plight of low-income earners persists, underscoring the urgency for decisive action to alleviate their sufferings amidst the economic downturn that is also affecting even the average income earners. Deborah Abalama, Channels Television News.
As the economic crisis across the country bites harder, the governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, has promised to deal with any market union contributing to the soaring price of goods and commodities. Mr. Obaseki gave this assurance to stakeholders from the various market associations during a forum on the rising costs of living in Benin City, the Edo State capital.
A stakeholders meeting on price stability for goods and services in Edo State taking place inside the Rokota Hall.
To welcome Your Excellency.
This town hall affords various market unions the opportunity to speak to the issues surrounding the soaring price of goods and services in Edo State. The complaints for deliberation range from high cost of petroleum products, transportation, and the high-handedness of the market unions.
Chair, you know the feedback. And the feedback. Again, I don't know what the speaker will see. So, good people, gas. When the feedback.
When you go sell, you know you go register, you go produce, you go do that, you go do this, enjoy.
In his remarks, Governor Godwin Obaseki explains that the state government is not to be blamed in some of the issues raised here. However, he is adamant that the unions will be sanctioned if found culpable in the allegations.
We will set up the committee. Make I know if anything that they do when they against the law, then we will pursue them. If the law not cover them, we will make the law.
The Edo State government says it to do what is possible within its capacity to reduce the hardship being faced by residents. This interaction with stakeholders will be a continuous one till the rising price of goods and services is brought under control.
Let's talk infrastructure now. The Cross River State government has fixed street and traffic lights to caution the growing insecurity and enhance nightlife within the metropolis. Speaking in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, the Commissioner for Works, Eka Williams, explained that the new look in the city is a fulfillment of the governor's campaign promises, which is to enhance the standard of living of the people. He called on all residents to guard the numerous infrastructures with all sense of belonging in order to encourage more development.
Cross River State Governor Mr. Basio is leaving no community behind in the area of infrastructure and social welfare development as he strives to meet their need one at a time. Calabar Metropolis is an integral part of the state's economy, and for years, traffic control in the state capital and elsewhere across the state was done by traffic officials, a situation that causes chaotic situations from time to time. To ease this burden on motorists and law enforcement agencies, the governor's administration is restoring traffic lights along specific routes. Even better, the state government is installing street lights around Calabar Metropolis to allow free movement at night and also reduce the rate of accidents.
So that's very thoughtful of the governor, because we've had these lights not working for quite a while, and has endangered several lives. There have been accidents at these points because people don't know how to organize themselves around the traffic lights, but these ones are helping greatly.
We are extended in other streets so that we'll have this ease.
This has promoted commerce, especially for street traders and lovers of nightlife.
This administration really put a smile on the face of the citizens of Cross River State, especially in my area. There's a gutter that broke for so many years, and immediately came in, he paid attention to it. And the street light now, even though it is 12 o'clock, you can walk on the street.
We can see the reduction of hold-ups and there's free movement. And the street light is a very important aspect in the state, and it's helping people that move out at night. I think it's a very, very beautiful thing that was done by the government.
The aim, according to senior government officials, is to transform Calabar into a world-class city that attracts investors and tourists all year round.
And it's just the beginning. We've just done around the Carnival route, but we intend to replicate that in almost every street in Calabar. We are facing it, and we are really doing all of that for now. We're doing all of that for now. Even the traffic light, we just started with the metropolis, with Calabar. Okay, and any moment from now, we are hitting the other major cities. We'll hit Ugeb, we'll hit Ikom, we'll hit Ogoja, we'll hit Obudu. Then we'll come and make sure that in every LGA, in every major city in Cross River State, you will see very robust, development.
The new look in the city is a fulfillment of the state governor's campaign manifesto, in which he promised to improve the standard of living and quality of life of the people.
Worried by the number of abandoned projects across the region, the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has adopted a strategy aimed at ensuring timely completion of projects. Going forward, the Regional Development Agency says all contractors handling its projects must sign a performance bond with deliverables entailing the time frame for the completion of the jobs. The Executive Director of Projects, Mr. Victor Antai, stated this during the inspection of a road in Akwa Ibom State.
This is the 31-kilometer Mbokwe-Yokan Road in the Oruefong-Oruko local government area of Akwa Ibom State. The road traverses 3 local government areas of Oruefong-Oruko, Okobo, and Isideket, linking 31 communities in the state. The NDDC Executive Director of Projects, Mr. Victor Antai, is here in company of the Akwa Ibom State representative on the NDDC board and some directors of the commission for an on-the-spot assessment.
We need to transform the region. That is what the MD CEO, Dr. Samuel Buku, is really after. You can see 3 or 4 days after the retreat, we are on the road tomorrow. We are going to be in Bayelsa to also look at the possibilities of exploring collaboration to finish signature projects that link up local government communities.
A new strategy is being adopted by the NDDC to ensure timely completion of projects, including the one currently being inspected.
Everybody see how the economy is critical, but so long as the renewed hope of the president and indeed, the new approach to, to handling projects is concerned in the NDDC, we want to assure, the entire community that this project, just as the EDP has said, is going to be completed within reasonable timing. But we solicit the support and understanding of the community, especially the youths.
The residents are happy with the visit and can't wait to see the recommencement of work on this road, which they say is a priority on their list of demands.
When it comes to this project, whatsoever is any internal issues is settled. All we want is this development, this project. We are all working as one to make sure that we achieve. Be rest assured, sir, we shall work with you, we shall partner with you to achieve our results.
The inspection team also visits the Isongi-Yangodesi Oruko Bridge, which links the popular East-West Road. The Executive Director of Project rounds off his tour with a visit of the Akwa Ibom State Office of the NDDC, where it charges staff to support the renewed hope agenda of the President as adopted by the board and management during the just concluded retreat.
Still to come on the program, the Delta State government launches the Students Health Care Program. We'll give you details of that and other stories in a moment. Join us again. Welcome back. The Delta State government is making deliberate efforts to provide access to quality healthcare for every resident, including students, with the launch of the Tertiary Institution Social Health Care Program. The State Health Commission has been moving around these institutions, enrolling students and availing them the opportunity to key into this comprehensive health insurance program.
It's the turn of students of the Dennis Osadebe University Asaba to be enrolled and captured in the state's health insurance scheme, and championing this cause is the Delta State Contributory Health Commission. Vice Chancellor of the institution, represented by his deputy, appeals to the students to take advantage of this opportunity.
The health of the students, staff,
and everybody that had a stake in this institution is very, very important to us. That is why we say that because without students, I have no business being the vice chancellor, a deputy vice chancellor here. It is because we are there, that's why we are here.
The introduction of the Tertiary Institutions Social Health Insurance Program, TSHIP, holds immense benefits for the students.
The university, as will be subsequently espoused to you, stands in a place to ensure that when ill health comes, rather than going to your village or to some other far place, you receive quality health care locally. Does that sound nice? Nobody is talking to me. Does that sound nice?
Students are officially presented with the Delta State Contributory Health Commission identity cards, which admits them into the program. The premium has been included as part of tuition fees, and all are encouraged to embark on the registration process.
The access card will enable them to be referred for higher treatment anywhere else. And the treatment involves from malaria, typhoid, pneumonia, down to surgery, appendectomy, herniorrhaphy. In fact, it takes care of about 80% of the health need of Deltans, of anyone that is sick. So you can receive this care in any of the centers.
The Commission is replicating the launch of the TSHIP in other tertiary institutions across the state to ensure all students are captured and granted access to comprehensive service delivery.
From health to security matters, the Cross River State government is seeking more collaboration from the Nigerian Navy to help fight crime. The call was made in Calabar, the state capital, during the handover ceremony of the flag officer commanding the Eastern Naval Command. According to the state government, the presence of the Navy has helped in restoring peace and security across the state. It's the handing and taking over of the flag officer commander of the Nigerian Eastern Naval Command in Calabar, the Cross River State capital. Having served the command for a period of 10 months, the immediate past commandant, Rear Admiral Abdullahi Ahmed, receives a parade of honor from officers of the command.
And diplomacy from the National Defense University, Pakistan, and Ahmadu Bello University, Nigeria, respectively.
He expresses gratitude to the officers who supported him during his service as Commandant of the Eastern Naval Command, Calabar, and asked them to extend the same support to the new flag officer commanding the Eastern Naval Command.
Hip, hip, hip.
Charge of officers is not yet over until it's over. And after an old chapter, there's a new chapter. So they should redouble their efforts this time and bring out the best that is yet to be seen in them to the incoming flag officer commander.
For the new FOC, any criminal-minded individual who wants to use the state's waterways as an escape route should think again.
With respect to our anti-crude oil theft, illegal bunkering activities, illegal fishing activities, issues of piracy, issues of sea robbery, we remain committed to that, and all resources will be geared towards ensuring that, criminal activities, criminal elements, will not have a field day, as they've not always had in the command.
The Deputy Governor of the state, Mr. Peter O'Day, expresses the state government's gratitude to the commandant, previously in charge, as he urges the new one to work with the government for a safer maritime environment.
We're very proud of him. Like I said earlier, we hope to see him in higher places, and by the grace of God, he's going to get to the zenith of his career. So we wish him well as Cross River State, and he and his family. We are sad to see him go, but we know that he's going for higher responsibilities, so we are very happy for him.
The Navy promises to keep the pace in the protection of lives and property and stop illegalities across the maritime environment. Meanwhile, in Rivers State, Navy operatives have uncovered an illegal crude storage site within the Port Harcourt metropolis. The Nigerian Navy ship Pathfinder, led by the commander, Commodore Desmond Igbo, discovered the illegal storage site at the Abonema Wharf area. Speaking to journalists, He estimates that the site has the capacity to store about 750,000 AGO. He, however, says no arrests were made as the suspects fled the scene before his men arrived.
This is a bunkering site because you can see over 700,000 liters of AGO, a petroleum product stolen by criminals. Last time we were at the creeks, but they have devised a means to even come to the town. This is Abonima Jetty. You can see this is a community being inhabited by people. If there's any form of fire incident, it will engulf the whole community. Apart from them being saboteurs of the economy of this country by stealing this oil, they also constitute danger to the citizens and the properties of people around here. Because if there's any fire incident, it will engulf the whole community. This is an act of sabotage, an act of environmental degradation. This will not continue. We will not allow this to continue. We will not relent. We are not going to be deterred. Even with all form of sabotage, all form of blackmail, we are going to do the right thing, and that is why we are here.
In another part of Rivers State, the Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe have discovered 14 illegal oil refining camps in Ataba Island in Gokana local government area. The Commander Joint Task Force Rear Admiral John Okeke, who led the team from Yenagua, Bayelsa State, to the site, says oil thieves within its area of operation, which spans across 9 states of the Niger Delta, should relocate or engage in meaningful ventures.
Our joint operation area will not be safe haven for any criminality, whether crude oil thieves, pirates, any form of criminality. We will make this place very hot for them. So, leveraging the information by our intelligence cell, what we discover here is shocking. Whopping number of 14 cooking sites. A typical example is the one behind me here. Of course, some of them appears to have been, on arrival of the team, our quick response force, they made one very hot, of which suggests that they just pulled out on their arrival. So as it is today, we do not have any suspect we can lay our hands. But I can assure you that we have removed a major illegal refining site, which of course we have reduced, the quantity that would have been pilfered from our pipeline. You saw some pits, borrowed pits, some having a sludge, some having fresh cooked, some having crude oil. We may not be able to quantify the quantity, but what we can say that a site that houses 14 cooking boilers. When you look at the size of the boiler here, perhaps your estimation too can be the same thing with mine. But I don't want to estimate so that we will not speculate. But 14 boilers is a massive one.
Staying in Rivers State, supporters of the governor in Eche local government area are calling for the arrest and prosecution of the chief of staff to the council chairman, Mr. Promise Nwankwo, for allegedly committing arson. At a media briefing in Port Harcourt, the state capital, the leader of the group, Mr. Ambrose Mwizi, said Mr. Nwankwo led thugs to set ablaze canopies and sound systems at the venue of their planned Thanksgiving reception in the area on Sunday. The alleged crime was captured on camera and has since gone viral online.
Supporters of Governor Similari Fubara of Rivers State have continued to celebrate his victory at the Supreme Court. These celebrations have, however, not come without attempts by political opponents to disrupt their rallies and, in some cases, scheduled gatherings and Thanksgiving events. One of such incidents was last Sunday, February 4th, in Ahoda West local government area, where thugs vandalized chairs and canopies at the initial venue for the Thanksgiving service in Akinima, the council headquarters. This briefing in Port Harcourt by supporters of Governor Fubara is to call attention to the latest incident in the Che local government area, where the council chairman's chief of staff, Promise Nwankwo, was captured on camera leading a group of boys, including armed security personnel, to burn down canopies and sound equipment at the venue of their Thanksgiving reception in Afabara community on Sunday, February 18th.
They should bring them to book. Let and prosecute them. Let government see. Let the law enforcement, because if we don't do this, people are watching. Nigerians are watching. I get call over everywhere from I get calls from America, I get call from out of this country, where people are shouting, is this happening in Niger? Is there no person in Niger? They keep calling me. I say yes. We didn't want to react, because if we react, it will be bloody, and that's what he's looking for.
In the video, the Che Council Chief of Staff is seen chanting a solidarity song with others in support of the Minister of the Federal Capital Authority, Nyesom Wike. He claims in the footage that Che local government area is a stronghold of the minister, which no politician will be allowed to penetrate.
The local government is owned by Chief Ezewoye. Nobody will come here to disrupt the peace of our local government. Yes. We had helped the Che people. Yes. Of the Che people. Yes. And we won't fold our hand and allow anybody to come here and say
The leader of Governor Fubara's supporters in the area said the action and the claim of Mr. Nwankwo are too weighty to be swept under the carpet.
Let the world hear who are now the people causing the trouble in the state. Is it the loyalist of Sim Fubara, the governor? Or who? If it is Minister of FCT, is that what he wants? I want to know. If that is what he wants, fine and good. That may be for his own. But I doubt. Because I have worked closely with him. People can say all manner of things and use his name. For me, I don't want to believe that.
The River State Police Command has, however, invited the chairman of the council, Obin Nanyang, to provide his chief of staff for questioning at the state CID.
That's the program today. Many thanks for watching. I'm Melinda Akinwami.